Barricade is the name of 4 fictional characters in the various Transformers universes. Transformers, Generation 1, Barricade first featured in 1990 as part of a Decepticon racetrack patrol team, his vehicle mode being a Formula One racing car. Barricade learned how to take care of himself while running with Cybertron's most vicious racing gangs, and he brings that same brutal edge to his position as leader of the racetrack patrol. His troops know that the slightest mistake will result in a merciless dressing down in front of the others, and they strive to meet his exacting standards. His hard-nosed, abusive leadership style does not do much for morale, but he figures it's for their own good. Dreamwave Productions Barricade is the commander of the team and pushes the other members. His only fictional appearance is in the Dreamwave Comics MicroMaster series. Originally named Runner, Barricade was created as part of a cross-factional experiment in which new MicroMasters were allowed to function as neutrals, and to choose their own affiliations. Barricade quickly saw the potential rewards of joining the Decepticons, and earned the new moniker Barricade in recognition of his blockade-running taction. IDW Publishing Barricade was among the MicroMasters who appeared in Spotlight, Hardhead to attack Nightbeat and Hardhead on the planet Golem Prime. Toys Generation 1 MicroMaster Barricade was packaged with the rest of the racetrack patrol, Groundhog, Motorhead and Roller Force. Transformers, Energon, a second Barricade was made in the Transformers Energon series as the leader of the team that formed the body of Bruticus Maximus, his vehicle being a missile truck. Animated series The animated series does not refer to any of the components by name. In it, only the central body is intelligent, and the limbs are drones. The 5 robots transform only from vehicle mode into combined mode, never into their individual robot forms. Bruticus Maximus was one of 4 combining Transformers sealed away in stasis beneath the surface of Cybertron to guard a hidden reservoir of Super Energon. Megatron, guided by Unicron, set out to search for it, and destroyed one of the immobile robots in his rage, only for the reservoir to then reveal itself. As the Guardians awakened, Megatron immersed himself in the Super Energon to upgrade himself into Galvatron, and Bruticus Maximus and Constructicon Maximus immediately swore fealty to Galvatron as the one who had awoken them. However, their brother, Superior Maximus, refused, recognizing Galvatron's evil and siding with the Autobots. Bruticus Maximus added plenty of firepower to the Decepticon side, and he and Constructicon Maximus had several clashes with the traitorous Superior Maximus, until the time for their final battle came, set against the backdrop of the struggle to stop the Unicron-possessed Galvatron out in space. Constructicon Maximus was deactivated by Superior Maximus, who then had his limbs destroyed by Bruticus Maximus, but transferred Constructicon Maximus's limbs to himself and used them to defeat Bruticus, along with a little help from the ghost of the brother Megatron had destroyed. Dreamwave Productions Although the Transformers, Energon comic book series by Dreamwave Productions was cancelled before Barricade could appear in them, the Energon More Than Meets the Eye guidebook was under development at the time. Pencil art by Guido Guidi was released later showing the art that would have been used with Barricade's profile. Toys Energon Deluxe Barricade. In the US Barricade was sold by himself, but in Japan he was only available as part of the gift set with the other members of his team. In 2006 Barricade was repackaged for the Transformers Universe line. This packaging removed all references to his ability to combine with the other members of his team, as the other members of his team were not released in the Universe line. This toy measures 13 cm long in vehicle mode, while a real Astros 2MLRS measures 700 cm, making this a 1/54 scale toy. With the robot toy standing 14 cm tall, the real-world robot would stand about 756 cm tall. Transformers. In the 2007 live-action movie, Barricade is a Decepticon scout who transforms into a Celine S281E police car, making him similar in appearance to the Generation 1 Autobot Prowl, who was actually in the first draft of the movie treatment before the writers thought that a Decepticon police car would be a better idea. He appears to be the rival of Bumblebee, standing at nearly the same height. He is a hunter-scout of the Decepticons, choosing his vehicle mode to easily hide among the humans as a symbol of authority. His persona appears to be that of the Klitschko copyright bad cop, as he fiercely interrogates Sam Witwicky once he locates him. He mainly elongates his arms to reveal spinning spikes known as the blade wheels in his hands and uses them as close combat striking weapons. He also has a long chain with a wheel on the end that reveals a set of cybertanium blades which form a large blade wheel. In Dark of the Moon, he wields what looks to be a 50mm chain gun. When in vehicle mode, he can simulate the appearance of a human driver, the same holographic model that pilots Blackout and Starscream. In leaked versions of the script, this character was originally codenamed Brawl. He even appeared with his name on some of the concept art. The name was later changed to Barricade when the official list of Transformers appearing in the movie was released. The name Brawl would go to another Decepticon. His rear quarter reads "To punish and enslave," a parody of the classic police slogan "To protect and serve." The front quarter police logos have the Decepticon symbol on them and the writing Pacis Quod Ale Sidonia, Latin for still, halcyon days of peace, and incorporated since June 1865. The official guide to the Transformers video game says he's 16 feet tall. The Transformers UK magazine states he is 16 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 2.2 tons and has a maximum speed of 500 miles per hour. An early interview with Michael Bay states that he is 18 feet tall. The deluxe toy suggests he is 19 feet tall at the shoulders. Books Barricade first appears in the prequel novel Transformers, Ghosts of Yesterday, serving as pilot of the Nemesis. Here he is a vocal critic of Starscream's command, but is willing to tolerate his leadership if it means finding Megatron. He opposes Blackout's decision to attack the Autobots against Starscream's orders, but refuses to intervene when Blackout challenges Starscream, claiming that the outcome is obvious. The Transformers novelization provides a scene that did not make the final cut of the film, where Barricade dies. From the novelization, there followed a flurry of furious action that ended only when Optimus flipped the machine clinging to him against a steel and cement freeway pillar. The impact cracked and bent the column. It did worse to Barricade, who lay twisted and unmoving. In the children's book Transformers Primetime by Michael Teitelborn, it is stated that Barricade is defeated by Optimus Prime. Barricade appears among the Decepticons loyal to Starscream in the book Transformers, The Veiled Threat by Alan Dean Foster. He appears in Rome as part of a trap set by Starscream to kill Optimus Prime. Optimus questioned him as to why he was serving Starscream and he said because Megatron was dead. Thanks to assistance from the human NEST members, Barricade was distracted long enough for Optimus to free himself from the trap and buried Barricade. In the next morning, the subway workers found a tunnel dug where Barricade had freed himself and escaped. IDW Publishing Barricade appeared in the Transformers, Defiance comic series by IDW Publishing. In issue number 3, Megatron learns that Optimus has broken into his room. He sends Bumblebee, Camshaft, Cliffhumper, Jazz, Prowl and Smokescreen to arrest Optimus for treason. Optimus demands to speak directly to Megatron, but when the group is traveling to Megatron's location they are ambushed by Barricade, Brawl, Crankcase, Frenzy, Starscream, Skywhip and Thundercracker, who have orders to kill them. Smokescreen is able to cover Optimus and his group's retreat in the confusion of an explosion. Barricade also appears in IDW Publishing's prequel comic, where he, Starscream and Blackout smash up the Mars Beagle probe. In issue number 4 he travels to Earth, gaining his police car alternate mode and destroying the original car, leaving no witnesses alive. The three Decepticons, detecting emissions similar to that of the Allspark, then stumble into Sector 7's trap for Bumblebee, wiping out their military backup. Sector 7 labels Barricade as NBE-3. While the Decepticons discover nothing from Blackout's scan of Sector 7's computers, Barricade proposes that they tail Bumblebee to see if he can lead them to the Allspark. With the plan approved, Barricade pretends to lose Bumblebee in chase, while the other two Decepticons tail him from the air. Barricade's death was depicted in the comic adaptation of the 2007 film. This was later retconned into Barricade being injured, but he recovers. He also appears in the official movie sequel comic called The Reign of Starscream. In that story it is revealed that Barricade was forced into a bridge column by Ironhide during the battle on the highway, but had survived, heavily damaged. Starscream orders him to continue spying on the Autobots once he is repaired enough to function. In Transformers: Alliance, a month after the battle at Mission City, Epps and Lennox contact Optimus Prime, Ratchet and Ironhide about aiding them in escorting the remains of the Decepticons to a naval yard, but they are spied on by Barricade, who transmits the information to Starscream. Barricade appears in Transformers: Tales of the Fallen #1, where he kidnaps Sam in order to flush out Bumblebee and learn where the Allspark fragment is. Bumblebee saves Sam and fights Barricade, but Barricade escapes. In Transformers: Rising Storm #2, Barricade is seen as part of Club Starscream, under Starscream's command. Movie plot: Barricade is one of the major antagonists and a central Decepticon in the film. He is the very first Transformer to speak English. He first appears picking up Frenzy after he collected information from Air Force One, and began hunting down Sam Witwicky to interrogate him about his great-great-grandfather's glasses. After locating him, he threatened Sam, only for him to escape with his crush, Michaela Baines, in Bumblebee's camera vehicle mode, and Barricade chased them. After the chase, Bumblebee transformed into his robot mode, and on arriving, Barricade attacked the Autobot. He then released Frenzy, to go after Sam and Michaela while he battled Bumblebee. However, Barricade was not able to best Bumblebee, winding up badly wounded. Eventually, he recovered from his wounds, and appeared later on during the highway chase scene, where Sam recognized him as the same cop. Barricade disappeared in the middle of a highway chase scene. In the comic book and novelization, he is killed shortly after Optimus Prime's motorway battle with Bone Crusher while attacking Prime from behind. Although Barricade does not appear in the 2009 sequel film Revenge of the Fallen, he did have toys in the film's toy line and appeared in the associated prequel novel and comic series. Barricade returned in Transformers: Dark of the Moon in an extended cameo, when the Decepticons occupy Chicago. His disappearance and absence from the previous film is still unexplained. Barricade and several other Decepticons led by Shockwave and Soundwave captured the Autobots. When the Decepticons decided to execute the Autobots at the insistence of Dylan Gould, Barricade shoved K forward, and a Decepticon Protoform mortally wounded the Autobot before Barricade finished him off. Before Soundwave could kill Bumblebee, Wheelie and Brains caused Decepticon fighters to crash down from a Decepticon battle cruiser, causing a distraction and allowed Bumblebee and the other three captive Autobots to break free. Later, Barricade was seen working alongside Shockwave as his second-in-command. He is seen slapping around a few Decepticon Protoforms, apparently blaming them for Soundwave's death. K was then avenged, when Barricade was then blinded by sniper shots to his eyes. He stumbled around in pain for a moment before being crippled by a boomstick placed on his leg. Barricade collapsed to the ground, dropping his gun as he did. He then tried to crawl to safety, but he was finally killed by several shots to his head by gunfire from the human troops. In Transformers: Age of Extinction, Barricade was seen in the footage of Battle of Chicago presented by Harold Attinger, leader of Cemetery Wind, a Transformer hunting CIA unit. Titan magazines Note: information in italics occur in the alternate storyline where Megatron won the battle for the Allspark. Barricade appears in issue number 7 of the Transformers Titan magazine in a story called Starscream's Militia. Set shortly after the Battle of Mission City, Barricade is seemingly brought to life by Starscream using the sparks of Allspark mutations. He is immediately killed again by the Autobots. It is unknown how this fits in with the official rewritten continuity where Barricade never died. Barricade attacks Cincinnati in issue number 23 of the Titan Transformers magazine series in a story called Revolution Part 1. Video games Barricade appears as a playable character in the Decepticon campaign, playable on the second and fourth levels. He first had to destroy all Autobot drones, then rescue Frenzy from Sector 7 agents to learn information about the Allspark. After learning that a human named Sam Witwicky had a pair of spectacles with a Decepticon code printed on it telling them of the Allspark and Megatron's location. Then he encountered Bumblebee, who was protecting Sam and the spectacles, so they fought and Barricade killed Bumblebee and took the glasses. He later appeared in Mission City where Megatron told him to find Sam. When he finds Sam, he was being protected by Jazz, so Jazz and Barricade fought and Barricade killed Jazz. He appeared one last time in a cutscene at the end where Megatron is the ruler of Earth and ordered Barricade and the other Decepticons to exterminate the remainder of the human race. Barricade also appears twice in the Autobot campaign as a boss. He first attacked Sam to retrieve the glasses, only for Bumblebee to fight and wound him. He appeared again on the fourth level's last mission of the fourth level, this time seeking the Allspark, but this time Bumblebee killed him. He would swing his arm unstoppably and could only be stopped by throwing an object at him. In the Transformers, Decepticons DS game, Barricade often works closely with Create a Bot and Blackout. He is played as or assisted in many missions, but he was eventually killed, along with Blackout, by the traitorous Starscream. In the Autobots version he was a boss twice but dies by the Optimus-Bumblebee duo. Barricade is also playable in the Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Decepticons DS game. Barricade is among the characters who appear in the Transformers Khververse Battle Builder game. Toys. All toys of this character are officially licensed from Celine, Incorporated. In addition, all toys from Revenge of the Fallen onwards are licensed from the Ford Motor Company. Transformers Legends Barricade, released as part of the first wave of Movie Legends toys, this micro-class 3-inch-long Celine S281E is 1/63 scale to the real vehicle and has an extremely simplistic transformation. Transformers Legends Recon Barricade, a redeco of Movie Legends Barricade done to match the Movie Deluxe Recon Barricade toy. Available in a 2-pack with Movie Legends Cliffumper. Transformers Jollibee Barricade, a kids' meal toy promotional item available at Jollibee restaurants in the Philippines from June to July 2007. This toy was a slightly enlarged and simplified version of the Movie Legends mold. Transformers Cyber Slammers Barricade, a small Scout-class Barricade toy with a hit-and-go transformation, and a pullback motor. It measures 12 cm long. With an actual Celine S281E measuring 480 cm long, this toy is about 1/40th scale. Transformers Fast Action Battlers Blade Shield Barricade, a deluxe-sized toy with simplified transformation for younger children. Transformers Deluxe Barricade with Frenzy, released June 2, 2007. Features a small Frenzy figure which is stored in the front of Barricade in vehicle mode and what seems to be a radiator. Also features a spring-loaded punch action. Unlike the other deluxe-class toys, Barricade does not feature automorph technology. This toy is 15 cm long in car mode, so it has a scale of about 1/32. With Barricade standing 12 cm tall at the head, his real-world robot mode would stand about 13 feet tall, but his shoulders reach much higher. This toy also came as part of a 2-pack called Bumblebee vs. Barricade, first encounter featuring Deluxe Bumblebee and Barricade. Transformers Screen Battles, first encounter Barricade with Frenzy. This toy later came in a pack called Screen Battles, first encounter as a mini diorama with figurines of Sam and Michaela, along with an extra, non-posable Frenzy figure. The original Radiator Frenzy available with Screen Battles, first encounter Barricade was remolded in black but was installed with additional piece of plastic, preventing the black Frenzy figure from being removed, due to redundancy, without unscrewing the base of the Barricade's hood. This version of Frenzy has been referred to as Restrictor Plate Frenzy by collectors. Transformers Deluxe Recon Barricade, a silver and blue security car redecoration of Deluxe Barricade. According to the box for this toy, when Barricade went to find the Allspark at Hoover Dam, he altered his form to resemble a security guard's car to slip in undetected. This did not happen in the film. The version of Frenzy included is recolored light blue with darker blue detailing, meant as an homage to Rumble's first-generation form. Transformers Deluxe Allspark Barricade Repaint, a Target exclusive, packaged in robot mode and inside a clear, cylindrical package. Features light blue highlights on parts of the robot's body to simulate the Allsparks effects. Frenzy comes with his G1 Redeco in this package. Transformers Deluxe Premium Barricade, a redeco of the Deluxe Barricade with metallic paint. Transformers Micro-Eye Barricade, a Radio Shack exclusive. This micro-radio controlled car moves forward and back, and features simple transformation to robot mode. The gun-shaped controller doubles as a ballpoint pen. Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Interrogator Barricade, a re-release of the 2007 film Deluxe toy with a module that holds the headlight claws, as seen in the first film where Sam first encounters Barricade. The module, which replaces the Frenzy figure, stores in the front end of the car. Revenge of the Fallen Gravity Bots Barricade, a toy car that instantly transforms into robot mode when tilted upright. Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance Barricade with Decepticon Frenzy, a Voyager-sized figure of Barricade and Frenzy, featuring more advanced transformation and detail. The Frenzy figure can fit on the car mode seats, fold to fit inside Barricade's front grille chest, or mount on certain points of the robot mode to man Barricade's auxiliary weapons. Transformers Hunters Rumble Deluxe Barricade, a white-black redeco with UK Metropolitan Police blue-yellow checkered livery. Bundled in a Target exclusive gift set with side swipe. Dark of the Moon Cyberverse Legion Barricade, a white-blue redeco of the 2007 movie Legends figure with a slightly molding change to one of his hands. Dark of the Moon Mech Tech Deluxe Barricade, an all-new deluxe class figure of Barricade with simpler transformation. His Mech Tech weapon is a blaster with a retractable claw. The figure's car mode is significantly smaller than that of the 2007 version, though the robot form is far more accurate to the CGI model than the older figure. Non-transforming merchandise Transformers Robot Replicas Barricade, a poseable, non-transforming action figure that comes with a spinning blade. Transformers XMODS Evolution Barricade, a Radio Shack exclusive. This radio-controlled car is part of the XMODS line, featuring digital proportional steering and upgradable parts. A weapons and light kit is also available, featuring headlight claws and a hood-mounted missile launcher. Transformers Zip Zaps Micro AC Barricade, a Radio Shack exclusive. Part of the Zip Zaps line, this is a micro-radio-controlled car that runs on a rechargeable battery. Transformers Night Dunks High Transformers Barricade, 2007. In 2007, Nike released a special edition of their dunks inspired by Barricade. The shoes are a mix of patent and white leather with the Punish and Enslave, 643, Emergency 9-1-1 response, and the Decepticon police crest throughout the entire shoe. Transformers Speed Stars Stealth Force Barricade, a non-transforming Celine S281E police car that mechanically opens its panels and reveals hidden weapons at the push of a button. Transformers Battle Masters Barricade, a non-transforming barricade in robot mode, was released as part of the Battle Masters series meant for kids above the age of 4. It is chunky and white, with a bit of black, blue and grey paint on it. It comes with a white and grey controller to battle other figures by punching. Transformers Prime Books Barricade appears in the novel Transformers Exodus. When Orion Pax comes to the Congladiator Arena at Megatron's invitation, Barricade and Lugnut are standing guard of the pit. Barricade is suspicious of Orion, and goes to check with Megatron. However, even after he confirms Orion was invited, Barricade keeps an eye on the librarian. Video games Barricade is a playable Decepticon character in the 2010 video game Transformers, War for Cybertron. In the Decepticon campaign, he is one of Megatron's henchmen. In PS3, Xbox 360 and PC versions, Barricade is playable for the first chapter of the Decepticon campaign. He, along with Megatron and Brawl, infiltrates Starscream's orbital station in order to retrieve the power of the Dark Energon. though not actually appearing in the sequel game, Transformers: Fall of Cybertron. Barricade is mentioned in the loading sections, where it is revealed that he earned his name by driving through Autobot blockades. Barricade appears in the 2013 online game Transformers Universe. Toys Generations Deluxe Barricade with Frenzy, a black and purple redeco of Prime, Beast Hunters Deluxe smokescreen with a new head sculpt and a police livery similar to his live-action incarnation. Frenzy is a redeco of an ARMS Micron originally sold in Japan only. Exclusive to Transformers Collectors Club 2014 subscribers. References